Alright, welcome back to Gilgamesh playing the Talos Principle 2. This is episode 14. Last time we finished the lost area in the southern region. So, as far as I know, the megastructure is now open, so let's go back there and get Byron out of there, right? Let's go, go, go.
You all know I don't share Byron's enthusiasm for the
Yeah, we know.
I don't know if the founder really intended for us to be here, and I certainly don't trust this Prometheus entity. But Byron is one of us, and we don't leave people behind.
Yeah.
So we're finding Prometheus and freeing him, whether Pandora likes it or not.
Yeah.
Here's how this mission is going to go. 1K. It's clear to me that you have some kind of special affinity for this place.
I guess.
And that the entities respond to you more strongly than they do to us. So, once you're inside, I want you to take point. Do whatever you need to free Prometheus, but remember that our prime objective is to save our friend.
Alright, so.
Melville, I want you to stay at the VTOL and let Yakut and 1K go in. I'm going to stay behind as protocol requires. I don't love the idea of sitting this one out. Byron is my oldest friend, but we're doing this by the book.
I like doing things by the book. Makes, like people less susceptible to death and other things. Similar things to death, I guess. Like, injuries and suffering and stuff like that. Alright, let's go, go, go. Oh, Al. Don't worry, we're gonna get Byron.
Alright, I'm taking
But we're also gonna do it my way.
Let's hope we can find the big guy.
Still wondering why there's so much water coming out of the megastructure. I mean, it makes sense that it would be for cooling, right? But is it even active? Like, is it even producing any heat right now? Don't fly through the blazes, right? That sounds like a bad time. I mean, everybody loves a laser show, I guess, but, not when you get fried by them, I guess. Alright. I hope you're watching, Al. Expedition megastructure number 3. Let's see what we find this time. Iron, hopefully, right? Yes, I'm sprinting, I know. We're on a rescue mission here. Time is of the essence. Looks kind of the same as usual, I would say, right? Guess that's artificial UV line, right? Because can't be that's already the sky. Looks a bit different than usually, I would say. That's a lot. From Eustathius to Athena. Dearest Athena, I don't know if you will see this. You have become even more distant from the affairs of New Jerusalem than I have. Where's my tried and tested X to string converter? Miss speaking to you and Cornelius, and I fear that some of your estrangement is my own fault. I know things are not as you had wished them to be, and the city is drifting away from that bold vision you established. This is not because of your leadership or lack thereof. You did not fail, I did. I know I've said it before, but the New Alexandria disaster was my fault. I am the one who took the initiative, and I am the one who made the mistake. Yes, there should have been procedures in place, but it was my role to create such procedures, Athena, not yours. I wish I had listened to Byron when he said we had to establish another settlement immediately. Learn from the pain, don't let it fester. He was right. That's where the rot set in, and I'm sorry. With love, Eustathius. Tritogeneia. It says, Tritogeneia. Let's try the Genea. In Greek mythology, Tritogeneia may refer to the following. Tritogeneia or Trigeneia, daughter of Aeolus and Enaret, and wife of Minyas. Another name for Orion. Okay. Athena. From the author's note to Athena Reborn, a novel, The Machines. If my work has meant something to you, if Athena had any kind of impact on you, if some story in Wonder Tales from the Periphery moved you or made you think, then there is something about myself that I need to share with you. It's the only autobiographical fact I have any interest in sharing, the only thing about me that matters to you outside my work. Every breath that I take, and so every story that I write, is only possible because of technology. There are no natural remedies, no spiritual alternatives for what I was born with. My existence is wholly contingent upon a level of technological sophistication which was heretofore unimaginable, and which will in many ways define the coming era. When you long for a return to simpler times, you wish for a world in which I could not exist. If you are looking for answers, consider the fact that I was granted the blessing of this technology despite being born into poverty, and my writing never having been particularly lucrative. The civilizational structures I live within were arranged in such a way that this technology would be deployed to save my life. And are these structures not also, at the end of the day, a kind of machine? What is the state, what is civilization, if not a machine? Think about what this means, what this is. Is it systemic compassion? Is it liberation from nature? Is it equality of opportunity? Whatever your belief system, think hard about what it means that I am alive because of these machines, and I have created something that matters to you. Thank you for reading. Author Anonymous. Clockwork. Accepted from orthodoxy by G.K. Chesterton. All the towering materialism which dominates the modern minds rests ultimately upon one assumption, a false assumption. It is supposed that if a thing goes on repeating itself, it is probably dead, a piece of clockwork. People feel that if the universe was personal, it would vary. If the sun were alive, it would dance. This is a fallacy even in relation to known fact. For the variation in human affairs is generally brought onto them, not by life, but by death, by the dying down of or breaking off of their strength or desire. A man varies his movements because of some slight element of failure or fatigue. But perhaps God is strong enough to exult in monotony. It is possible that God says every morning, "Do it again," to the sun, and every evening, "Do it again," to the moon. It may not be automatic necessity that makes all daisies alike. It may be that God makes every daisy separately, but has never got tired of making them. It may be that He has the eternal appetite of infancy, for we have sinned and grown old, and our Father is younger than we. It is not our age rising, but our sins. Miranda, it's strange. The idea is delightful, but it's also completely and obviously untrue. Cornelius. That's one of many reasons Chesterton is worth reading. He's wrong about a lot of things, but he's wrong about them in an interesting way. Miranda. It's such a shame though. He seems to want to restore the magic of the world, but he can only re-enchant the surface. Whereas the true magic, the perfect beauty that feels like revelation, is found underneath in what he dismisses as clockwork. Founding 10. From Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem, Day 680. New Jerusalem. That's the name we picked. Am I sad that my suggestion didn't win? Maybe a little. But it is a good name, a fitting name. A name that we can be proud of. With it comes a new kind of optimism. Everyone is thinking of the future once more. I, for one, am glad that we have recovered our equilibrium and our determination. Athena and Cornelius are certainly bustling with plans and bright visions of the future, and when they tell us of these dreams of theirs, it's hard not to be drawn in by the pretty pictures they paint. Speaking of which, I am becoming more and more fascinated with ancient human art and thinking about our own role in taking the next step in that long history. Citizens of Gehenna found meaning in art and they were imprisoned. Free people should be able to accomplish so much more. He is everywhere and nowhere. Well, okay. Anything else around here? No? Well, let's go back then. Byron? Byron, are you here? Somewhere? Blink twice if you can hear me. Oh, let me in. Wait, what? Oh, that's the way. Sure. Oh yeah, I was turning around because I thought like maybe I should go to where Yakut is first, right? Oh, that's an elevator I can take, I guess.
Yay! I found another elevator.
Yeah, me too.
My
I love elevators. This goes pretty far down.
Once again, I have no idea where I am. No sign of Prometheus so far. Hope you're doing better, 1K.
I see a lot of Tesla coils here. I'm not sure what I should think of that. Oh, this sure looks safe.
I know I've said this before, but look at the size of
Yeah.
this. How can all of this be one machine?
Well,
This is what you get when one machine builds a bigger machine, which builds an even bigger machine.
exactly.
But where does it end?
So much water. Jeez, Louise. You know, remember the one generator going haywire in the one lab? This looks like 100 times bigger. How much energy does this thing produce? What is this, a god machine? Jeez, Athena, what did you build? I mean, I guess that more or less confirms that the water is for cooling. I'm going even deeper down. What the heck? Where are we going? Straight to hell. What the frick? Guys, I think I found them.
Be careful, 1K. We don't know what's down there.
Puzzles, as it seems. Well, isn't that something? Will you bring me the flame? Could go wrong, right? Okay, I guess we don't do this first. Except if you want to strangle him. Oh boy. Ain't this an interesting one? But if it's like a statue... Oh, well, is it a statue? That's the question, right? It's like... What even is Prometheus? I mean, obviously there's a chained statue here, but what happens if we free it? Will it come alive? Is there an actual god down here? Did they try to make bigger bodies for our stuff? I don't know what's going on. Oh. Well, that didn't work out. I have to say it's pretty cool though. The more puzzles to unchain Prometheus, that makes total sense, I guess. Why is it on green? Oh, I see. Why is there so many stupid determinant puzzles here? Come on! I hate them at this point. It's just boring trial and error. In my opinion. Oh, I guess we unhook all the chains and then pull the thing in the center. Well, that's not how a chain should fall, right? At least not how it should accelerate downwards. Interesting. Well, we had to press space to jump off there. So how many puzzles are there? 6? If you even can call them puzzles, right? Hello. That looks like the quantum thing, the quantum entanglement thing that we saw before, right? In one of the labs. I mean, it's 2-piece determinant puzzles, really? Sure. I'd rather have some normal puzzles, but okay. Not like making those easier makes them more interesting. It also really doesn't make them really less interesting, I would say. They're just boring anyways, right? You can move your arm, right? Try moving your arm. Prometheus. No? Oh god. I didn't realize there was a gap in between. But I mean, that worked out. Right, I need to go down now. At least we have some epic music, right? That always hypes you up. Even if you're just running through considerably pretty areas, solving boring domino puzzles. I just wonder who was like, yes, the domino puzzles. That's what the people loved in Talos Principle. So let's bring them back, just differently, in a way that they're even less interesting. Had to press one button there. Except for placing the pieces, obviously. What? Okay, I guess we go up here first. That's why wouldn't we, right? Interesting. Ah. But it is a drone flying around. Okay. Whose drone is it? Is it our drone? Hey, I could. Oh, it's your drone, I guess. Okay.
I don't think you can get up.
Yeah, same.
Guess I'll have to do a puzzle after.
Yeah, have fun.
It can't be that hard.
They are not.
right?
They're really easy.
It's not like everyone is dependent.
They're really easy. Don't worry. Interesting that they make other that they make NPCs do the puzzles.
This has to connect over here. Then, wait. If I do this and then that, what?
What?
I did.
Yay! Congrats.
Wow! I feel really smart. Also, never doing that.
Oh, come on, really? Oh wait, I just realized that's a long one. Oh my god. Thought it was also an L. Well, it was an L for me, I guess. Ahaha. It's all so stupidly huge. So much wasted space. Alright, that's 4 of them. Two more, eh? Or maybe one. I wonder why nobody's trying to stop us. Like, what's Pandora doing? Wait, how do we get... Oh, really? I need to go all the way back again, obviously. Ugh. I think give me a shortcut. Okay. Alright. Well. Alright, last one, eh? Nope. Not what we're doing. Ah, that might be what we're doing. Why are there plants here, I wonder? Like, Athena, did you place them here? Are they part of your design, or have they just grown there over the centuries? Okay, what's over here then? Oh, is it two? It might be two sides that we need to pull the plugs, right? I mean, it is two chains. So I guess it makes sense. Nope, only one. Where did the other side lead then? Do you already feel like Hercules? Strong demigod, you know, hero, freeing Prometheus, slaying Hydras, and other things. Not really. Jeez, for a second I thought like there was a person standing there, or a shade or something. Where does this lead then? Oh, just back. Okay, interesting. Please let me jump. Yay. Alright. Let's reel in the chains. And then see what happens. Pull the lever, Kronk. Would be funny if it was just decapitate them, right? Frick it, hell, let's move it.
Thank you, Son of Man, for breaking my chains. Too long has the flame been hidden by fear and mystery.
Hello.
It is time to put away these childish things and for you to know the truth of the Alpha and the Omega, of the beginning.
Tell me, I'm all ears.
I will send you visions of the truth. But remember that prophecies are a heavy burden.
Are we still in a relation? Oh, what are you talking about?
New Jerusalem sounds like such a beautiful place. So, how did you decide to leave? I know what we're trying to accomplish here, and I believe in it. But for you, New Jerusalem was home. What changed that?
It took me a long time to realize that something was wrong. Oh, I'd noticed that something
Is that
was off,
Mirandas?
that something had changed since the early days, but I couldn't really put my finger on it. So I ignored it. And then one day I woke up to realize I was no longer Athena. Instead, I had been transformed into the Founder, a remote figure of legend, mythologized in my own time.
But if it bothered you, couldn't you just talk to them? If you share the truth with someone, they should change their mind, shouldn't they?
Oh, I wished it worked that way, Miranda, I really do, but I barely knew the last generations. In the beginning, I was there for every birth. I explained our history, talked about our future, but at some point, I got so busy building that future that I lost touch. They thought of me as a remote figure because that's what I was.
But can you change that?
I tried, but they already saw me as the founder. The myth was too powerful, and it was already taking on a life of its own. I'd set a goal of 1,000 citizens. The number was arbitrary. Just a nice round number, nothing more. But just like I became the founder, it became the goal. Another part of the myth.
Oh, they're not gonna like to hear
And
that.
maybe that could have been all right. Myths are a part of who we are, but something else crept in. The old human self-hatred.
So why didn't you just tell them to change? To go a different way? They would have listened to you.
I'm still spooked.
They
This
would
seem to be
have
two
obeyed
Mirandas,
me,
right?
like my siblings in the simulation had obeyed. And that's when I realized I had to leave.
We can show them the future,
Oh, it is
Miranda,
Cornelius, okay.
but we can't force them to accept it.
Okay, that's the truth. I mean, sure. But that's not... Oh, never mind. It keeps going.
I have it. After all this time, I have it. I finally have it. The mechanics of the cosmos. From quarks to galactic filaments. Everything that makes the world what it is, makes us who we are. In a single equation. The key to understanding the machine that is the universe, and to controlling it. A theory of everything.
Okay.
And she was right. The language of creation is a melody, and it's beautiful. Every future is possible now. Every future, except one with Miranda in it. I can do anything, except bring her back.
Really?
Or unbreak Cornelius's heart.
How are you? Gates of Horn and Ivory.
Byron was right. The founder was always a fiction. She's just a person.
Obviously, oh my god.
Lost her way.
A theory of everything. She solved it. She solved the last puzzle.
You need to get out of there. We'll talk about this.
But we haven't found Byron. I mean, that's what we came here for. Well, like, I guess Pandora... Was it Pandora who told us to free... Well, I think it was the Sphinx, right? He told us to free Prometheus if he wanted Byron back. So Miranda is indeed dead? Huh. Okay. No dramatic escape sequence this time, no? Just us leaving the megastructure? Oh.
If the goal is a myth, and Athena never intended for us to stop growing, but everything here went wrong and Miranda died...
Well, everything went wrong. You still succeeded.
What's the point of all of this? Why the puzzles, the
That's a good
towers,
question,
the
dude.
entities? What are we being tested for? Does she want us to prove we're worthy of the theory of everything? Or to learn from her mistakes and reject it? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Finally, it all makes
Does it?
sense. Anti-gravity, matter synthesis, teleportation. It's not just one new technology. It's control over physics. Manipulating the base layer of reality.
So she is indeed Neo.
Rearranging the building blocks of the universe. If we can gain control of the megastructure, we can do anything we want.
That sounds
I'm not even talking about our energy problem. We can
dangerous.
build anything we want. We can go anywhere we want. It's all up to us.
Unless we fail. Unless we make a mistake like Miranda and we lose everything.
Question is, what would we do with that technology, with those powers?
Is everyone okay?
All good. I'm taking us back now.
That's a relief. Meanwhile, there's been a development.
Okay.
You'll see when you
Okay,
land.
that's ominous.
How are things on your end?
The energy fluctuations seem to be dying down. Looks like the system is coming out of lockdown.
Good. Let's hope we don't regret this.
Why, what do we do? Oh, free.
And these
Being-
energy clouds
Oh,
just
great.
fly about?
Hi, Armin.
That seems terribly dangerous.
We haven't had any problems so far.
Except for losing one of the first companions, of course. No, I don't blame you, Al. I know what he's like. And I'm the one who agreed to all this in the first place. That's why I had to see it for myself.
Yeah, sure.
It is dreadfully imposing, though, isn't it? Hard to believe the founder would build something so sinister.
The mayor's here?
Great.
Well, this should be interesting.
He's gonna ruin it all, isn't he? Not only the mayor. Is that Cornelius? Oh, that's the mayor.
Ah, 1K. Welcome back.
Sure.
I'm sure you're surprised by my presence
Kinda.
here. Don't worry, neither I nor my advisors will be getting in your
Okay.
way. But I've decided that I need to see this place for myself.
Sure, welcome.
These visions sent to you by the entity that calls itself Prometheus are deeply concerning, of course. But we cannot take them at face value. In fact, it's crucial that we do not do so. We cannot simply abandon all that we believe because of a dream, no matter how vivid.
Actually,
No. If the founder really built all this, then it must have a purpose. It must be a test, designed to remind us of the trials that created
yeah, I'm
us.
sure.
But what is she trying to
How
tell
again
us?
did this guy win
What
the
are we being
election?
tested for? I believe that Byron's fate shows us the dangers of temptation. As Elohim attempted to deceive Athena in the simulation, commanding her not to ascend, so Prometheus is deceiving us with his visions.
And what's Pandora then? I'm certain my visions were real.
Undoubtedly, they felt real to you. But
Are you calling me a liar?
That we can't simply jettison our most cherished beliefs based on a dream. At least allow for the possibility that there is more to this than meets the eye. After all, can it really be a coincidence that you came along on this mission? It seems to me that you have been chosen.
Well, yeah, by you. You sent me on this mission.
Don't forget that.
Oh boy. Helga. Why is Helga here? Sure. Oh, I guess we can go to the west side now. Western Delta. And Tropic Hills. And the High Plain. Well, okay. Guess we'll get over there. Don't want to call the episode yet already, so I guess we're gonna do some puzzles at least, right?
How's the system looking, Melville? Any obvious changes?
It's still a mess, but things are clearing up. I can access some of the subroutines that I was locked out of before. Nothing is obviously malfunctioning, I think.
Does it still accord special significance to 1K?
Yes, it recognizes 1K as a user. I'm just hacking things.
As I suspected, the founder sees you, 1K.
No, I was just the first one. Well, I wasn't the first one to connect with it, but you know, like I'm the one solving the puzzles, so. Ugh. Marshlands. Jeez. GPU, calm down.
Welcome back, one.
Thank you. Do you think the goal is a myth?
Myths are stronger than goals. There's always some truth in myths.
What's your vision of the future?
More being who we are. Less fretting over what we're not.
What are your thoughts on the theory of everything?
I want to see what's inside the box.
Okay. What do you make of the island?
I'm still trying to figure out how to look at it and see what's really there. Maybe I should try standing on my head.
What do you really like as a person under all the language games?
Exactly the way you see me. Or totally different.
Great, that doesn't help me.
Possibly both.
Oh, you're a quantum enigma. That's all. Fire.
What can I do for you, 1K?
Do you think the goal is a myth?
As a journalist, I think the line between speculation and disinformation is too thin for me to engage in guessing games.
What are your thoughts on the theory of everything?
It's a complex issue, and I think it should be left to experts.
Tell me about yourself.
I believe that journalism serves an important function in our society, and I'm dedicated to reporting the truth with accountability and responsibility.
Alright, what does responsibility mean in the context of your work?
It means understanding that I can't just publish things without considering their impact. Serious disruptions to the social fabric of New Jerusalem could endanger lives.
Isn't that censorship?
That's not journalism anymore.
Alright, let's do a few puzzles in the remaining time that we have in this episode, right? Servitor. What the heck? Okay. I mean, sure, why not? So I guess we stop it when it's on the pressure plate, right? Oops, that was too early. Wait, what? That's a not switch. But it's not allowed to be on the pressure plate. Sure, we can do that. Oh wait, it's not yet active, right? There it is. Number one.
I know you're all thinking about the goal and the theory of everything. Is the past what we thought it was? Is the future what we want it to be?
Kinda.
But the only thing that's real, at the end of the day, is the present. And right now, what matters is that our friend is lost and needs our help.
Why are you repeating that as like a mantra? I mean, we know that's the case. Ow.
Everything all right?
Why does it suddenly look so corny? I don't understand. You think the goal is a myth?
It's possible. I won't trust Prometheus until he actually leads us to Byron, but yeah, seems likely. But even if it is a myth, that doesn't mean we can just abandon it.
Well,
myths can contain elements of truth, and I think this one
just because it exists doesn't mean we can't abandon it, right?
Maybe
so
we had to create this imaginary founder because the real one lost her way.
Oh boy, I guess should have found the lost her way. I don't think she lost her way.
The only way I can explain what she's built here. She got wrapped up in her ideas and lost all sense of perspective.
I don't think so. What are your thoughts on the theory of everything?
People have thought they understood everything before. Obviously, Athena has unlocked tremendous powers, but forgive me if I'm skeptical that her theory really encompasses everything.
Agreed. You're right, there are limits to our ability to know.
Not just our ability to know, but our need to know. More equations aren't going to make us any happier.
What do you make of Cryer?
Byron couldn't stand him. Have you ever tried asking the mayor a difficult question, he used to say? But I think he does an alright job, to be honest.
Do you ever deal with the mayor's advisors?
I try to stay out of their circuits, and they try to stay out of mine. Helga is an old friend, but the others...
Only Helga, interesting.
They're not my crowd.
How do you feel about Mayor Hermanubis?
He's smarter than people give him credit for. There's more to some folks than meets the eye, you know.
I'm also assuming that Helga is only here because that's the one those set us up with, right? I think Valnek got the engineering one, which is, I don't know the name, but we already seen it. It's the one that also attended the meeting last time where I was like, oh, that's probably the people that Douche would have hit us up with, right? I'm assuming that for him, not Helga will be present here, but the other one. Lucranus or something like that? Oh, whatever. Number 2. Supportive apparatus. Alright. No line of sight. No, this is not open. Guess you can do... Can't do this, you don't have a line of sight. Oh, I see. There we go. So now we can put this on a pressure plate and take the connector inside here with us, right? For what reason though? We still need a second one here. Oh, really? Come a little over here, would you? Oh, okay. Didn't realize they would go above the grade. That's it, I think. No, we need to move it upwards a little. That should be enough. Oh no, wait, we need to drive it all the way over there. Boop. Now I should be able to have a line of sight here, right? Yep. Hopefully. I don't even need this. Let's use this one. Wait, what? I guess I can... Okay. No! On top of it. And then I can use the hexahedron over here to put the second connector on top of it, right? To get the line of sight here. There we go. Hello? Oh, okay. Ooh, for a second I thought my microphone would have died again. Old mega threat. Was that all new? I recognize that many citizens feel the need to discuss the visions experienced by 1K, which suggests that perhaps certain aspects of what we have hitherto believed about the founder and the gold may be inaccurate. However, given the controversy surrounding the subject matter, I will ask everyone to be particularly careful in how they express themselves. Orinia, I think we have final and irrevocable proof that we've strayed from Athena's original vision. Damien, I agree, but I'd like to submit that even if that weren't the case, deliberately engineering an energy-proof future would still be a disastrous and misanthropic idea. Deliberately engineering an energy-proof future? What? Energy poor, okay. Well, just want to say, I thought Damien was all in for technology, but yeah. Energy poor. Ovis, how do we know any of this is real? Athena's voice is just Alexander Drennan's. I could switch to the same voice back right now and record myself telling you that the goal is the truth. Ovis makes a good point. Objective truth is not a concept that can be applied to the world we live in. Damien. Fine, then we can just collectively decide to believe in something else, right? Doesn't even have to be Athena. Let's just believe in Byron's ideas instead. Belmarsh. Byron's ideas are a teleological fantasy. Damien. But it's all arbitrary. What does that matter? Stolo. I just don't buy this whole gold thing anymore. Byron was right. And Buddha House. Does it matter what Athena believes? Honest question. Let's say the founder is a myth that was constructed around her. In that scenario, what do we owe Athena at the end of the day? An apology? No, nothing except what we also owe each other. I don't think any of the other makes sense. I mean, we should at least take her ideas seriously, but also we owe to her what we owe to everybody else as well. Like, Helga, thank you. Good answer, 1K. Decency and empathy, that's what we need the most in the city. Yeah, here. It's here, you moron. So, Jacques. Oh, none of this matters because it's actually aliens! Obviously. Just wait, Jacques is actually right, probably right. That's gonna be fun. 420 Jacques. Number 3. Automatic doors. Wait. No, it doesn't do anything. Do we have another puzzle piece there? I don't think so, right? Okay. So... Oh, I guess we're gonna have to move it over, right? At some point. Because automatic doors. So obviously we need this, like... Let's get this over here first. Oops. Alright, so now we need this to be blue. Open that, right? And I think then it should drive over here, and at some point it should turn into red. And like so that it opens the doors. No! Come on. Dude, I want you to connect with this. Thank you. And... No. Like that. Not gonna change to red now, though. Is it? I think now it will. Bang. Missed my window. Yeah, but it should be coming back, right? Yeah, that works. Okay. Alright, just gotta wait for it to be back. Alright, and now we've gotta wait until it's here. There we go.
Not bad, 1K.
Thank you, Melville. The lost puzzle? Probably, right? Acute bootstrapping. It's all starting to make sense, kind of. If what Prometheus revealed about the theory of everything is true, then it explains a lot of the patterns I've been finding. Almost every artificial structure on this island was printed into existence in some kind of energy-to-matter process, or maybe by different versions of that process, some earlier and less effective. And I can only assume that the megastructure itself was created by bootstrapping, having one machine make a bigger one. Which probably means you could create a relatively small device that turns itself into a complete megastructure. Or you could make a machine that just deploys more and more of itself and builds something. A city in a box? Depends on the power source, I guess. Is there an asterisk? Huh. I've already done this one. Onwards to number 4. What's behind here? Oh, that's probably where the lost puzzle is that I was hoping to find over there. Indeed it is. Jailbreak. Oh boy. And this looks like a fun one. I like that. I like this one already. Dang, need to wait until it's coming back. Okay, I guess that's the first checkpoint. Oh, I do it like this. How do we get that out there? Out of there, don't we? I mean, it's just a pressure switch over there, right? Ah, that doesn't work. Ah, too bad. This seems really easy, I just wanted to say. Wait, we do have a line of sight here, no? No? Really? Dang. I mean, that would partially work, no? But now what? I guess I could try getting that one back out there, right? Maybe I should have done that from the beginning. Oh, I cannot even get in there, never mind. I think I need this, right? Well, that's a problem. Because I feel like I need to put something on here, right? So that it keeps this open. At the same time, keep that one open. I'd have to reset this. How do we not leave this one behind? Is it even possible? Could I pick it up? I could possibly pick it up from over here. Right? Oh wait, maybe I can do this. I mean, I can, but now it doesn't move, obviously. Oh, but I can do this. Aha! Bang, that's the wrong direction. Gotcha. Fuck. Oh, why did I let it bump into the gate, man? Now I need to... Oh, really? Now I need to have it come all the way back so it can bump into me again. Well, it doesn't turn around, I guess. Now it turns around. Alright, now do the same thing again. Alright, there we go. Get off. My time. Alright. That was a brain tickler.
Tell me, Yakut, what impact do you think the megastructure will have on the future of this island?
If it stays out of control like it is now, then what happened to Miranda could happen again, but on a much bigger scale. I'm not sure the ecosystem could recover from that. At least, not for a very long time, even by our...
It could just get like a leaf in the wind, right?
A frightening thought.
At one time he's all in on the other side, and then he swings around against decay. From selected archive documents A to Z against decay. We live in a decaying system which in turn provides ideologies of decay to justify its existence. No matter what cultural signifiers they get packaged with, these ideologies come down to the same material result. A future in which for the average person there is less of everything. To paraphrase Mark Fisher, we find it easier to imagine the decline of civilization than to imagine a civilization worth living in. Those of us who still believe that humanity can thrive, that there is a path forward other than willful or accidental decay, are out of sync with the system. No matter how we phrase our arguments, they will be perceived in terms of whatever cultural signifiers the listener opposes. It's a deeply frustrating, depressing, even infuriating situation. But what can we do except patiently explain and hope conditions change? In other words, what can we do except have faith? Athena. This was written only a few months before the discovery of the virus. There was no time for conditions to change. Why should the scales of good and evil be balanced? That's what the hex code says. Founding. From Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem, Day 882. It's been a while since I last wrote an entry in my journal. Much has changed in New Jerusalem. We've put up a good chunk of the planned living quarters, and the old storage facility has been converted into a movie theater of all things. So we still argue a lot, but now it's mostly about which film we'll be watching next. Other construction efforts are going well too. Although we've begun to run out of readily accessible resources, our scavenging expeditions are ranging further and further afield with each passing month, and the sites that they have reported on sound truly marvelous. One day I might want to go see for myself. It's a good thing in that regard that we're getting 2 new citizens soon, because everyone is as busy as ever. More hands to help us build our future. I can't wait to meet them. Now I want a city builder situated in the Talos Principle universe. Please make it happen, Crow Team. All life is sacred, and each life is unique, says the hex code.
How is this supposed to work? The system is meant to last centuries. Centuries! And yeah, Chernyshevsky's plan? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But I'm working with hardware that was deliberately designed to fail. Planned obsolescence, baby. Selling broken garbage just to make another buck. A buck you can't even spend because in a few more weeks, we'll be extinct. Was it worth it? That's the part that Alexandra doesn't see. The greed, the stupidity, the selfishness. The way that we created this whole situation in the first place. She wants you to be like us, but if you ask me, there's a whole lot of human history and behavior you can just throw away, chuck it in the trash.
We'll try.
You have a chance at a fresh start. Make the best of it.
You know, when I decided that we should call ourselves human, I did that because it seemed like a powerful symbol of our continuity. But the truth is, and I'm ashamed to admit this, I thought we were better than them. I thought we understood the value of civilization, and we wouldn't repeat the same mistakes. But the simulation worked too well.
We're not just like them. We are them.
We really are.
But that doesn't have to be a bad thing, Athena. We may have the same flaws, but we also have all the potential they did. Everything that Alexandra Drennan saw in them is also in us.
I hope you're right. I really do.
Yikes. Oh, we need a fan from somewhere. I didn't see a fan. Oh, there's a fan, never mind. I guess that should work, right? Wait, what? Oh. I thought that would just open the thing. I thought the switch would activate the fan. Oh, it does. Never mind. Okay. What does the... Okay, I need both of them, I see. So, now we need a blue. On top of the... This, I would assume, right? I mean, we could just... No, I guess we just put the... Exciter on there. Wait, what? Does this just keep going, or is it still standing on the pressure plate? Oh, it just keeps going. Oh, okay. Boop. Blue. Oh, really? I do need the thing, I guess. Huh. What? Okay, it does stay up there. Ooh. Dang, it probably does have line of sight to the other thing, right? How do I get you down there? Oh, I can take the fan out. Right. Let's see if that works. Oh, come on, are you kidding me? Come on, you could put it, you could take it out of there. Are you telling me you cannot put it back again? Please. No, that's just stupid. Alright, yeah, that works, okay. Don't forget this pressure plate. Alright. 5 done. Halfway through. I don't understand why there's an asterisk here. But okay. A text string extracted from a data stream. On sincerity. I managed to extract the following text string. I'm always struck by the degree to which our ancestors in the years before the end struggled with sincerity. They became poisoned with irony, unable to pass any information through anything except a thick layer of alienation. This left so little space for any kind of intellectual authenticity that they seemed to exist in a state of permanent agony. Ironically, that in turn made them extremely susceptible to the few sanctioned forms of sincerity which acted as means of social control. Then there's a gap, followed by something equally damaged in our own estrangement from our humanity. We mimic the forms and behaviors of our human ancestors, but we don't act like proud inheritors of the human condition. Everything we do gets filtered through this perpetual awareness of their shortcomings, to the degree that we act as if our existence was one of their failures. Author unknown, whoever it is, I understand what they mean, but disagree with their conclusion. Perpetual awareness isn't a form of alienation, it's a way of learning from the mistakes of a species. Unpleasant, but necessary. Alright, we are halfway through the area. I feel like we're gonna do this Prometheus puzzle. And then call it an episode. Hey, Herman. Hello? There we go.
What can I do for you, 1K?
Go die in a ditch? I don't know. Could the theory of everything be used safely?
Let's assume for a moment that we could use it safely, which I doubt. Does that mean that we should?
Does it mean that we shouldn't?
Right for us to dominate the world? We value our own freedom. Should we not also value the freedom of all the living things with which we share this
What does that have to do with us using the theory of everything? What? About the founder?
Not now. Let's have this conversation at another time. You still have a lot to do. Better get to it.
Okay.
What can I do for you, 1K?
Who's running the city while you're gone?
My chief aide, Jeremy, is in charge for now. It's good practice for him, in case he decides to run for office one day.
Isn't Jeremy one of the secret society, maybe? Tell me about Cornelius.
Cornelius is responsible for many innovations. He helped create the designs for the upgraded body you inhabit, although the founder chose to remain in her original configuration. But in recent years, he had settled into a life of quiet scholarship. Or so it seemed.
I guess he tried to find out on either,
It's always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
How to get Athena back, maybe how to get Miranda back, right? Something like that. From Aurinia. Athena, I know that we didn't have the greatest relationship, and I frequently antagonized you. The truth is, I resented you, resented this mythology of the founder. I thought you had created it deliberately as a way of controlling us. I wanted so badly to be free, and you seemed to stand in the way of that. Only after you left and the cult of personality grew even wilder did I realize it was actually a burden and an impediment to you. When they turned your myth into the opposite of everything you actually believed, started tearing down your dreams in your own name, I realized I'd wronged you. And now I'm less free than ever. I feel the walls crushing me. I don't know where you are or what you're doing. I don't know if coming back would fix things, but I'm sorry. Aww. Atlas. Atlas and Ladon, from the Atlas Variations by Athanasius. After 1 billion years, when Atlas had grown old, Atlas I think is the titan that holds up the planet, right? Had grown old and tired of holding up the world, yeah, exactly. He was faced with a dilemma. Heracles, the son of Zeus, was on his way to the garden of the Hesperides to claim the golden apples, which were guarded by the dragon Ladon. Zeus came to Atlas and promised that if Atlas helped Heracles slay the dragon, Zeus would free Atlas from his burden. But Atlas, seeing the beauty and innocence of Ladon, beloved of the Hesperides, could not slay the beast. Instead he stole the apples and gave them to Heracles, and so he was condemned to bear the weight of the cosmos for another 1 billion years. But though Atlas grieved for his freedom, he was comforted by watching Ladon flourish in the verdant garden. Wild Fragment. Joy and Beauty from The Soul of Man by Oscar Wilde. Sympathy with pain there will. Oh god. Sympathy with pain there will, of course, always be. It is one of the first instincts of man. The animals which are individual, the higher animals, that is to say, share it with us. But it must be remembered that while sympathy with joy intensifies the sum of joy in the world, sympathy with pain does not really diminish the amount of pain. It may make man better able to endure evil, but the evil remains. Sympathy with consumption does not cure consumption, that is what science does. Christ made no attempt to reconstruct society, and consequently the individualism that he preached to man could be realized only through pain or in solitude. The ideals that we owe to Christ are the ideals of the man who abandons society entirely, or of the man who resists society absolutely. But man is naturally social. Even the Thebaid became peopled at last, and though the Cenobite realizes his personality, it is often an impoverished personality that he so realizes. Shallow speakers and shallow thinkers in pulpits and on platforms often talk about the world's worship of pleasure and whine against it. But it is rarely in the world's history that its ideal has been one of joy and beauty. Athena. When you tell people that a society could be built on the ideals of joy and beauty, they think you're an utopian fantasist. If you tell them society will always be built on exploitation and greed, they think you're wise, and so they make the outcome inevitable. Cornelius. Performative cynicism has always been the hallmark of adolescence. Athena. But has there ever been a society of adults? Can there ever be one? Why is this childishness so extremely powerful, more powerful than joy and beauty? An idea that is not dangerous is unworthy of being called an idea at all. Here's what the hex code said. Alright, let's find this Sparky, right? Could be somewhere over there, if I remember correctly. Also, hello.
Father, what is my purpose? Do I have a purpose? Mother says purpose is something we choose. But I feel like there's something there. Something that's been there from the moment I was born. Maybe even before.
Well, there are many ways of looking at this, and everyone's experience is different, so you'll have to make up your own mind. But I have a little theory, if you'd like to humor your old man.
Of course. What is it?
The universe is eternal, but it's always lost in a deep, dreamless sleep. You are a tiny little bit of the universe that's suddenly woken up, and you've realized that being awake is better than being asleep. And that gives you a purpose.
I like that.
And what is my purpose?
To be, Miranda.
Oh yes, I like
Just
that.
To be.
There we go. Alright, since we've already found it, right, let's just also do the Sphinx puzzle, I guess. Seems like an easy one to me. Find the two that are next to each other. These two. Yeah, so we press this one, this one, this one. And the one behind us. Easy. Alright, where's the Sparky? The blue. Shine did go in this direction, no? Hello. What even is that? A satellite? Satellite dish. A shattered section of a device used by the ancients to communicate over vast distances. At the height of ancient human civilization, most of the human species was part of a single network, called the Internet.
Let us consider the city. What is a city? It is not a gift from the gods, nor the product of nature. Unlike a mountain or a river, it is something that must be built through the deliberate arrangements of material.
Isn't it the same as we had before?
Imposing order on the world. And it is built to serve a purpose. To that end, it has roads and fountains and walls. And to the same end, it has laws and leaders. And though each city is built according to a different plan, all cities must serve their purpose. Or they
all cities must serve.
And become ruins. Therefore, we may conclude that a city is also a kind of machine, constructed to improve the life of its citizens.
find him funny. He's like, Talos principle applies to everything. God, I really just want to find this spark. What the heck? Didn't it point in that direction? I also need to collect the Sphinx star. Points. Guess I went too far west. Oh, east, no west. Points straight. Well, 2 bars right to south, I guess. Stargate.
In times of war, is it wisdom or folly to give a sword to a child?
I would call it a necessity. Come on, that's where the thing pointed, no? But there's nothing here. Well, maybe we don't do the Prometheus spark chase today. Oh, it's up there. Can we get up there? Doesn't seem like it. Well, not from down here at least. Don't want to do this puzzle right now, actually, but I mean... if I have to. Or do I need 2 on top of each other? No, okay, that's fine. Not really a chase. I mean, you don't need to catch up to it or anything, right? You just need to touch it every now and then. And it just waits for you at wherever it stops, so... I mean, I guess... it's also a way to spend time, right? Are you kidding me? Okay. Well... really? Wait, I can probably jump upon it up here, right? Just realized it looks like the tracks of a roller coaster. Well, I guess it is basically a roller coaster, right? Oh, come on. Didn't I just do that before? Chip. Well, hopefully nobody uses the public transport system right now. Wouldn't that be a tragedy? You know, someone running us over, 1k dead. Game over, I guess. Come on, Prometheus is over there. Won't you please? Oh, thank you, I guess. Alright! Woo!
Great works have been accomplished by those who believed in humankind, but greater things than these may yet be accomplished by those who uphold the faith.
Thank you so much for watching. This is it for today's episode of Gagnos playing the Talos Principle 2. Don't forget to always GG, and I'll see you next time when we're gonna, well, finish this area and probably to another area and slowly but surely work our way towards the end of the game, question mark? You know, at least the end of the normal puzzles, right? And probably our fourth venture into the megastructure and hopefully getting Byron back. And then doing all of the gold puzzles. See you then. Bye-bye.